What's up?
What's up? Here, let me just get my thing up. All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay,
So,
so
hopefully
you
my
start.
mic's too loud.
Okay, so you are the DPL caster, right?
Yeah, I play and cast for DPL.
How is it? What you have to do?
Um, I mean, right now we're just setting up for the second season. It's a lot of work because we have to go back and look at a lot of things from season one and sort of set up like casting teams or like groups of people that can work together. Because obviously, not everybody's available like at every time, because that's just not how scheduling works. But I mean, we're making strides to be ready for season two.
Okay, so what do you think are the best tips for someone to get better at to process?
Honestly, experience is the main thing. Um, a lot of these older players that you're gonna see have like 300, 400 hours in the game because they were closed alpha testers, and you'll see a lot of them now are just like grinding out games to make sure they're still staying relatively high on like leaderboards and stuff like that. So I think playing the game is one of the big things, but also just generally having a five stack or like a duo or trio to play with can definitely help with like your coordination and teamwork and like that sort of elements of getting better at the game.
Okay, and see, imagine I'm alone and I need to find people to play with and maybe make some friends. Where should I go find those people?
Um, if you're looking for people to play with, I would definitely start with the actual due process Discord because there's usually people in the voice channels who are stacked up together playing casuals, maybe a ranked or two. Um, If you wanna go, to Twitch, if there's any small streamers playing, like, less than 10 viewers, maybe even less than 5 viewers, usually they're really open to playing with people. I mean, I go around the community and hop in Twitch streams, and I ask if people wanna get games in, and they're like, "Yeah, come join in," and so that's another good place to go, and other than that, there's, sometimes there's 10 mans going on in the league Discord. So those are 3 good places.
Okay, and imagine I cannot find anybody to play with. How should I lead the team with off randoms?
If you're gonna lead a team of people you don't know, you really just need to play a round or 2 with them, because usually in solo queue, people are a lot more stubborn. So, say if I just hop into a random casual and I start spitting out plans or something like that, most people aren't gonna do that. They're gonna just kinda casually run around and try to pub stomp. So you gotta it's kind of, like, dependent on you to play around that. Because if your team isn't gonna listen to you, then you need to set up to help them be successful with what they're doing. So say they're just running in one room or the other and like trying to get kills. Maybe you can be the person to throw a flash in, or you could be the person to smoke off an angle so they don't immediately get killed and you can push somewhere else. So sometimes you like need to take a step back and you need to be the one supporting other people instead of just trying to take charge if they don't want to listen.
Okay. Um, one like yesterday, I played with a guy called Energy. First time he was on my team, he just killed everybody on site of our own
Mhm.
team. And then I played with him in the other team, and he still keep doing it. How do
Okay.
I report him?
So what you can do to report somebody is the best thing you can do right now is if you have shadow play or some sort of video like replay enabled, go ahead and replay that and then send their Steam profile link to one of the community managers and report them for toxicity. I know Smit and Pion are always taking reports and they're super helpful about it. The most that they'll ask you for is your player log, which is pretty simple to find. That's just going into one of your Windows folders and grabbing a log that they can look at to make sure the chat messages were said, or like the voice comms went through, or this or that or that. So it's really just getting their Steam profile and your player log. And if you've got any screenshots or videos, they'll gladly take it, and that'll make the process faster.
Okay. And what do you think of the balance of the game in casual?
Right now, I feel casual's kind of a mosh pit considering the game hasn't been public on Steam for more than a week. It's kind of just everybody figuring out the game, which is okay. But as the balance of the game goes on, there's definitely going to be new things added. And personally, I would definitely change some things, but I don't really think I have the grounds to talk about it because it's really the developer's vision with what they want to do with the game. They'll take advice and suggestions like say, "Oh, maybe we should up the fire rate of the Lagros, or maybe we should up the damage of the Igmar. Maybe we should add more recoil to the AP." Like you can give them all those suggestions, but at the end of the day, it's kind of the developer's job to keep the balance, I feel.
Okay.
So I think the balance is fine right now though. I don't have any major
Yeah, I
issues
think
with it.
that too. It's just perfect right now.
Yeah.
And how do I spawn pick?
um It depends on the map. So usually spawn peaks are difficult to do because they're really obvious angles and people will just pre-fire you. Um, just incorporating a lot of movement when you're playing aggressive in general can help with that. So if you want to like go up to reception windows or something like that, or a single window on C store or something like that, generally just coordinating with a teammate to back you up, and then having good movement and cover will help you hit those. Because it's kind of just like making sure you're aggressive, but not too aggressive with the peak, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So,
Then imagine I'm a simple person. I don't like to think much. So, what weapon should I bring for each map while I'm
hold
defending
on, your
or
microphone is
attacking?
quiet for me. Okay, you're good now.
Could you hear me or you couldn't?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Imagine I'm a more simple person and I just need to know which weapon to bring in each map. What would
Okay.
that be?
Um, Factory, I would almost instantly pick up a Legoros or an Igmar.
Yeah.
C store, um, SMGs and shotguns are pretty good, but sometimes you'll get a fairly large C store, so you might not want to bring the shotgun there. And then Kill House, generally, you want to bring the shotguns and SMGs. And if you just want something to pick up, like you're playing the game for the very, very first time, just pick up the Gruber. It's good at all ranges, and while it doesn't do the most damage to the body, one or two headshots and then a few body shots will definitely finish the job since it doesn't have too much recoil
Yeah. And now a crazy idea. Imagine if the weapons were random.
or
Your
random.
arsenal for 3 rounds.
Hmm. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Maybe that could be like a limited time game mode or something. But if that was actually introduced to like a ranked or like competitive idea, that would throw in a lot of RNG to the mix, and I don't think that'd be good for the game.
Hmm.
Considering their marketing as it as like a tactical sort of SWAT shooter game.
Okay. So that's the end of part one. You have anything else to say?
Not really. I mean, generally, weapons aren't too difficult to get a hold of. It's just a matter of playtime. And for anybody new that's playing the game, don't be afraid to pick up a weapon on first round. Mop and auto shoddy, if you pick those up first round, they are a little bit frowned upon since you don't want to waste those early on. But if you want to practice with a gun, don't be afraid to pick it up. It is a casual, so it's okay if you're experimenting.
Okay.